A 1% chance of suffering a major flood this year. That's the mark of a 100-year flood. We've had 3 100-year flood events in 5 years, the most recent in the Hill Country. You probably remember Wimberley in 2015 and then the Halloween floods of 2013. Scientists say it's a sign of the times. Thousands of families are destined to flood. Who needs a daily workout?
Yeah, we had planned on putting an elevator in here.
When you've got to climb all these steps, 46 of them.
We usually keep our oxygen tank right here for
just to get home.
Coco.
Stepping into Trent Chastain's home takes work, but the payoff.
Yeah, we enjoy the view for sure.
It's much more than that.
It's still coming.
Weeks ago, Trent watched as Lake Travis rose to 710 feet.
Thursday morning on Hurst Creek Road.
His home was one of the few on his street to stay dry.
I mean, we had no structural damage, no interior damage. The water was up to about the floodlight. Well, let's see, the floodlight's got water in it.
Trent has lived on Lake Travis for decades, forced to gut and rebuild his home 5 times after flooding. And so this is just all garage?
Yeah.
He opted to build up. His family lives 33 feet in the air. A 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, all 2,000 square feet, off the ground.
FEMA and LCRA had a flood elevation level that we had to adhere to, and we did a foot above that.
Development means thousands more families are moving to places like this. But it's not just development. We're getting more rain in shorter amounts of time.
More severe rainfall events are more likely to occur.
Kevin Shunk manages the risk for Austin, a city that since 1999 has spent $150 million buying out and helping 848 homeowners in Onion Creek, an area where homes were built before rules were put in place, an area that flooded again in 2015.
Floodplains are going to get bigger, and flood risk for people is going to change.
Right now, 4,000 homes and businesses are currently in the flood zone. When FEMA redraws the maps, that number is expected to increase to 7,000, which means homes in neighborhoods like this one near 183 in Loyola will have to have flood insurance, or if they want to renovate, they'll have to follow stricter rules. It's a costly venture. Some say the price of living in paradise.
95% of the time it's beautiful, it's perfect out here. The other times not so much.
Trent hadn't seen the water rise in 10 years.
This was an unusual flood to me. It came up so fast and went down so slow.
A reminder of the risk mixed with the reward. Lake living defined.
Be prepared for it and do the best to make your house as flood-proof as possible.
For the Defenders, Terry Gruca, KVUE News.
FEMA is currently redrawing flood maps for a good chunk of central Texas. They will likely be out in 2 years. You can see how close your home is to the floodplain or whether it is in one currently at KVUE.com.